Hey everybody, I hope y'all have been well. I am getting ready for work and thought I would just wrap in front of the camera. I haven't done it in a while, so that'd be fun to do it. Today's wrap style is the wrap style I wore yesterday, and I thought I would film it today. I wore a higher ground scarf in saffron and an aqua cranberry. I mistakenly called it teal yesterday, but it is aqua. It's aqua. So today's scarves are higher ground scarf. Super pretty in gray pink. This one is absolutely amazing. A nice chunky texture and just very smooth and feels really nice. Little bit of a fringes bits here. It's not super wide and just a perfect length for wrapping. And then I have a Lakeshore Bliss in berry. I thought these two would be magic together. I do have a couple of vintage accessories from my stockpile that I'll be putting on. Yesterday I wore a beautiful brooch. Well, it's a clip really, a bow clip. I don't have one laying around next to me or I'd show it to you, but it was super pretty. All right. Now I'm going to be putting this on straight across, folding it to fit my head a little bit better. Lakeshore Bliss first. And one long tail, one short tail. I want the short tail coming out over my right shoulder and the long tail coming out over my left. So let's see, crisscross applesauce and see how this works. A little bit less. Okay. All right. I am not going to be tying any knots, so it'll be a nice wrap in the back. No pinchy points. Hi Moon. Hi Moon. Yeah, you coming to say hello? You want to come up and say hi? Come on. Say hi. There's Moon. Hey, I'm a pretty boy. Had to come inside and say hello. All right, down time. Good boy. All right, so I'm going to be putting on the higher ground scarf in the exact same fashion. All right, I think this side. Okay, finding the side that I like the best, and it's this side. All right, I'm going to try to keep the tails the exact same length. Gathering up. And I'm going to go under this one side right here. Okay, let's see. That's perfect. All right, adjust this to be nice and neat. The front amount in the front that you leave is up to you, but I'm trying to keep it even all the way around. There we go. Nice. Just a little bit more down here. All right, so we have nice two crisscrosses in the back. I'm going to be opening up my friend, the Lakeshore Bliss, trying to figure out which way is correct. All right, I think this is the back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is adjust. I'm just going to put some random pleats. I did put pretty pleats in yesterday's, but the Lakeshore Bliss gives lots of lovely random pleats. So let's just see if we can get it pleated up. I'm just doing this so that it's not too wide. Nothing fussy about it. Just like this. All right. Bringing it up and over like so, a little bit back. All right, now I'm going to be grabbing the coordinating tail, beginner's luck, like so, bringing the tail, the short tail here, up and over and just tucking it in. Not being too fussy with it because the next scarf tail will cover any wonky bits up. All right, now this next step, I'm going to be bringing up the higher ground scarf. I'm going to be a little bit more deliberate with bringing this up because I will not have another scarf to go behind it, so I want to have a nice and neat bit. All right, bringing this up. Hi, Luna. All right, like so. All right. Making sure not to cover up the entirety of the Lakeshore Bliss. Another beginner's luck at the same level so you can see these guys. I am going to take this one down around the back. Oops. Still need that spinny chair. Down around the back and tuck it in where I can. All right, so I have a nice beginner's luck kind of look. Now these tails are extra long, so what I did is a favorite technique of mine is I opened the tail up and I then brought the shorter piece up and tucked it up behind like so. And I'm getting it to lay nicely. I have had lots of questions about getting my scarf to lay nicely. It's all about knowing the fabrics, getting to know how they drape. And I know it's not a cop-out. It's just playing with the scarves and the different types of scarf. It gives you an idea of how they will lay. And the more body they have, the more they will lay in a more liquid fashion. And you could see here, this is very loose and light, and then this one will be a slightly different way to lay. And let's see, this side I'm going to do the same thing. Let's see, is this the short side? That's the long side. All right, I'm going to do this, and what I'm going to do instead, I'm not going to bring it all the way back. I'm going to bring it up and tuck in here. So you can see it, just kind of playing with it to get it to lay the way I want. And let's see what we got up under here. I'm going to tuck it in nicely. I don't want to have a lot of bulk, so I'm going to try to get it to lay as flat as possible, like this. And this scarf lays a little bit differently than the cranberry, so each one will lay a little differently. All right, so let me try one more time. Not pleased with the way that's laying. So I'm going to pull it back a little bit more, twisting it, and I'm going to tuck under the higher ground scarf, the back higher ground scarf instead. I think that might be better with today's scarf. Okay. And you'll see this one has a little bit more body, so it gives these really beautiful fanned pleats, just a rather lovely look. And you can see this scarf gives a more liquid look. So I hope I'm explaining that correctly, or to make it understandable. But it's just with playing with the different scarves, I've learned a lot of what they will and will not do. So it makes it a little bit easier. I always talk about 15 minutes a day. Every time I would be wrapping, I'd spend 15 minutes on Tichel play, and it would be fantastic practice for when I'm actually wrapping. Also picking a different wrap, picking a single wrap and then wrapping the same one every day until I mastered it with each kind of scarf. So to see just how different they all looked with the different scarves. But this is the wrap. I'm going to accessorize it with a few fun things. This is a vintage Wrapunzel pin. I just thought the colorway would be perfect for my friend here, and I will be attaching it here. And a couple of butterflies. All right, I'm going to do this and I'll post a photo. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.